Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, Junkyard. How are you today? How are you doing this fine day? Once again, the weatherman was a low down lying scoundrel. Watching him unwind. Yeah, they're unwinding faster than a coil of steel when the band's being snapped. Oh, man, pumpkin. Yeah, what a day makes, right? Yeah. Um, it showing up does. That your coon? There you go. Another Democrat. Is he letting you get close to him? Almost hit your feet. There you go. You got the wife looking at recipes yet? uh, I worked on a jigsaw puzzle yesterday. Took me 2 hours. Get black cow sure into them, yeah. Huh. Glutton for punishment, yeah? No. Yeah. Good morning, Ron. That's an awful expensive brisket. How many pounds was that brisket at that price? 13 pounds? Damn, that should feed, I would think that would feed 20 people or better. 8 ounces of brisket per person. Then with your, I don't know what you're doing for sides, but mashed potatoes or macaroni and cheese and all that other stuff. Make a meal out of it. Baked potato. I really couldn't tell you. I, um, I've only had brisket a couple of times, and I really didn't like it. Um, because I don't like heavily smoked meat to begin with. Okay, so if they'd have thrown it on a grill and grilled it, you know, yeah. But I don't like it when it tastes like charcoal. So, to me, so I know it's got to be cooked slow. Well, you could oven bake it and then throw it on the grill and give it the grill, after it's done. But what the price you give them did not work? Did you tell them you couldn't do it any cheaper? I mean, if that's what you're saying, I don't know. Oh, oh, it did not taste like charcoal. Okay, I just, like I said, I don't like heavily smoked wood that tastes like charcoal. And I've had a few times I've had, smoked meat. That's what it tasted like, and it's like you go to the campfire, you pick up a log, knock the embers off of it, and then start chewing on it. Yeah, and then you pour a little beer on it, and you start drinking. Good quality beer too, because you don't want that junk beer. Because if you get the runs, you might be in the bathroom and burn your brisket up. Morning, good morning, resurrected. Um, I had an auctioneer call me yesterday and asked me if I would do an auction for him. So I'm out of the business, man. Told him what happened. He said, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that." He just got over. He didn't do any auctions the year before last because he had cancer. So, but I completely understand. He said, "Do you think Cody would do it for me?" So uh, we're gonna do an auction for the guy. It's gonna be a barbecue, a grill. We'll be grilling hot dogs for him. So, I'll buy all the stuff. You guys just cook it for me. Yeah, all right, whatever. Just I want to have food there for the people. I said, okay. He, he did. Huh. Yeah, yeah, have to find Republican. Yeah. Oh man, Pumpkin, come here. Hey, come here. Come keep up. Anyways, I worked on a jigsaw puzzle yesterday for a couple hours. I did finish it. I got it done. Yeah. I put that chair together yesterday, me and Cody. Cody and I. And she's not happy because her roosting place is gone now. Oh, yeah. uh, only in Philly. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Uh, so, anyways, you had to put the arms together, okay, on it. So you had to put the side, both the inside and the outside, and then the framework come in three pieces. So you had to put that together first, and then you had to put the back seat cushion together, and then you had to put the side pieces together. It, yeah, she's doing good. Public habitual public nutter. Yeah. Yeah. I seen that that pizza video of Sandra's the other day, and I was surprised that somebody didn't comment about the yucky peanut butter that was on the counter. I'm not mentioning any names, but we didn't have anything for a storm yesterday. Yep. It sprinkled here for a little bit, and that was it. What you doing? Huh? What you looking for? She said, you guys took away my stuff. Pretty girl. Yeah, that's a pretty. I know. Uh, we go we. Yeah. Got an ad coming up in 45 seconds. No. Yeah, no, Clooney wants his money back. Yeah, yeah, better get them before they're gone. That'll be something they won't carry anymore, probably. Because people like them. They are good, ain't they? You gotta specify what nutty Canadian you're talking about, because there's a couple of them. They are really good. I like just opening up a can of them, throw them in the microwave, and warm them up, and just eat them by themselves. Oh, the head. Okay. Hmm? Yeah. Oh. To the back cave. Some can't. That's right. So easy, even a caveman can do it. Yeah. Yeah. Oh God. Anyways, yeah, it took me like 2 hours to put that chair together. I get it together and have Kathy sit in it. I said, I got the remote in my hands. I said, can you feel the massage? She said, yeah, all over. I said, okay. So I started clicking buttons. I said, where do you feel it now? She says, in the back. I said, okay. And then I clicked another button. She said, lower back. I said, all right. She said, in the legs. I said, yeah. And then clicked the other button. She said, down at my feet. I said, there you go. It's all working. I said, is it getting hot? She said, it sure is. I said, there you go. It's working. Yeah, mermaid man barn. There you go. Yeah. Yeah. Uh, because Mr. Resurrected, we want to see what he's going to do next. It could be, uh, you know, on the greatest video ever or whatever. America's Funniest Videos. Yeah. Good morning, Chaos. I forgot to say my good morning. Good morning, Drunk Arrow. Good morning, Ron. Good morning, Big Steve. Good morning, Amish. Good morning, Chaos. And good morning to whoever else is here. No, Rosie ain't a Canadian yet. She didn't move. None of them moved. They all talked a big story, but they didn't move. T-shirt weather. The neighbor's table. Uh, yeah, I gotta, I gotta get a hold of my security camera company. Obviously, something's not working right because it's telling me nobody drove by this house and nobody walked by this house since 9:56 last night. Hmm. Yeah, shots, everybody, shots, shots, everybody, shots, shots, everybody, shots. It's Five Shot Thursday. Shots, everybody, shots. Now today it went off at 7 o'clock. Yesterday it was 7:01. That alarm said. Oh, well, I was just asking him, Chaos, how come you never said anything about the peanut butter on the counter? Yeah. Okay. Good for nothing and no good. You're right. Well, that's good. You didn't send us any onion rings? Uh, oh, got an ad coming up in 30 seconds. Well, hopefully I figured that out on the camera. We'll see if we get any motion tonight. I know damn well there's people walking by here all the time. CNN? Yeah. I didn't cry when old Yeller died either. I said, hit him again. Hit him again. Hit him again. Yeah. Yeah. They had the good cooks. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Yeller. Oh, Yeller. I remember the movie Canine with Jim Belushi or John Belushi, Jim Belushi, and he looks right at the dog and says, "You remember the movie Old Yeller?" I didn't cry. Yeah, breaks you out into tears. Well, then you damn sure don't want to watch any committee meeting hearings. I have no idea why Joe said that. Turner and Hooch, yep. That's because she was too drunk to put it on. Ah, ever since the debate and the debacle, the debate, debacle, same thing. I've been a constant drunk. Well, who can blame me? Yeah. Never stopped. Yeah, but she's been really hitting the bottle hard this time. They were playing a drinking game. Whenever Joe screwed up something in a speech, they had to take a shot. The bottle was constantly upside down. She needs to put it on. Yeah. Didn't pour it fast enough. That's right. Had to break off the neck of the bottle to get it to pour out faster. Walking around, walking around. Between drinks and ice cream. There you go. Yeah, rum flavored ice cream. That's vodka float. Yeah. You know, Elmer was right. This goes good on ice cream. Yeah. That's right. There should be term and age limits on all politicians. And they should not get a lifetime worth of retirement for a 6 year job or a 2 year job. They serve one term in the Senate and they get out, they get a retirement for the rest of their life. You know who voted that in? They did. But you know why they don't retire? Is because they make more money from the lobbyists than they'll ever make off retirement. Yeah. We used to make them Jello shots, and we would make peach schnapps with peach Jello, and then we would make um, screwdriver Jello shots, um, peach schnapps with orange Jello. Oh yeah, and add the money from the insider trading. You're right, which is completely illegal for them. Yeah. E.F. Hutton started talking to Nasty Pelosi because when Nasty Pelosi talks, E.F. Hutton listens. Yeah. Because she's doing way better than any of them stockbrokers are. Blueberry wine shots. There you go. I know. I got a racket. Probably have my son the next time he comes here. Um, Go down and get it, ring it up, and then I'll rack it. Let it set for a day. Um, then I'll rack it. I bet that's going to be some good stuff, man. And I'm going to have to give a jar to my surgeon. Thought about bottling it up, but I'll put it in jars, make it look like moonshine. Yeah. Huh. I no, let's see, probably about 25 years ago, more than that, probably 30 years ago. Um, yeah, 91, 92, something like that, somewhere around there. I delivered a roll-off box to a liquor store that was closed down by the feds, and when I delivered the roll-off box, the guys are in there are cleaning out the liquor store, and it's full of liquor. I walked in there. I said, "I got this roll-off box for you. Where you want it set?" They said, "Right there." So we can just walk out the door and throw this stuff in it. I said, "What are you throwing away?" "All this liquor." So why are you doing that? Because the feds had closed the building down and they've ordered all this to be gone. I said, "Oh." He said, "Grab yourself a shopping cart and grab as much as you want because whatever's left is going. We're breaking the bottles and we're throwing it in your dumpster." I said, "What are you going to do with all the alcohol that runs off?" He said, "It's going to run down into the sewer drain, the storm drain." I said, "Boy, that's going to be nice. All that, all that flammable liquid pouring down the parking lot." I didn't care. It ain't me. So I went and got me a shopping cart, and I started going around picking up nice bottles of this, expensive liquor here and wine there and all this other stuff. Got me a nice shopping cart full. Took it out to the truck, stacked it on the floor, stacked it on the driver's seat, so it wasn't high enough to where you could see out there, so you could just see out the window and the mirror. So it didn't inhibit my um, view out the window. So, and once I was done, they started smashing stuff, man. That was a great tip. That's right. It sure was. Guy I worked with, about 6 months before that, they had a beer truck tip over in that same town. So they called him up and said, "Hey, could you deliver a box and then take the truck home? You know, because it's in his house. His city that he lives in." I said, "Yeah." So he set the box down, and they had all these people unloading this truck, and it was the only box he had was a little 10-yarder. That was what he had on his truck. He said, "Load this up. I'll go take it and dump it. I'll be back in 15 minutes after I leave. It won't take me long to go dump it." So they said, "You taking?" "Yep. I've already called them. They're going to stay open until I'm done." He went home with that truck. He dropped that 10-yarder off. He had a 10-yarder sitting in his yard. Picked it back up and brought it back. While his wife and kids were unloading that one into the garage, he had them load the other one, and they stacked it all in there so they could get as much as they could. He drove it back to his house, picked up the empty one, dropped that off. He said, "I had a garage full of beer when it was all said and done." Damn. Sometimes you're just in the right place at the right time. And this wasn't, it was all canned beer. Said some of it was popped open, but on the most part, it was mostly great, not damaged. But once it hit the road, they couldn't put it back in the truck. They had to, they had to get rid of it. So. Well, there was probably PBR but it was all good quality beer. I mean, it wasn't some of this junk beer that you get nowadays. Like I don't know off name brands that you've never heard of before. This was in the early '90s. Yeah, I like Budweiser. Yeah, Budweiser, Bud Light, Miller Genuine Draft, Miller. Um, I don't think there was any Coors because I don't think Coors was here at the time. I didn't think they allowed it this side of the Mississippi. I tell you what, I like PBR and I like Blatz beer. I've always liked the older beers more than I like the newer ones. I like the Miller Genuine Draft. I like Miller High Life, but I like the Genuine Draft good too. I like that better. I got ad coming up in 40 seconds. I need to get me a cup of coffee. Good morning, cornbread. I used to drink. I used to drink Rolling Rock. They would come out with that. They had the little 7-ounce bottles, and they had the minis. And I'd go to the bar. Kathy and I would go to the bar, and they'd have the minis, like a 6-pack for $3 or something like that, or $2 or whatever. And we'd go to the bar and you know get totally wasted for $20, $25. So I have to powder my nose real quick. By the way, Sandra, are you still here? Calling chaos. Calling chaos. You sure that wasn't Sylvester Stallone? You listening? Um, all this talking between you and Kathy on how to treat a husband isn't working. I opened up the refrigerator the other day. Yesterday. I opened up the refrigerator yesterday when I was young, and there is a stick in there, or excuse me, a ring of bologna in there, pickled bologna. hmm I know who she bought that for. Mwah. So yeah, you haven't been. It's not working. No, I'm gonna have to talk to her a little harder. Try harder. Yeah. I don't. I don't. I don't understand that Oklahoma City bombing. Um, I want to check my facts first before I say anything. What are you doing? No, hold on. What was the guy's name that done it? Terry McVeigh or something like that? Huh? Yeah, pretty good. Timothy McVeigh. There you go. She got herself a new collar. Yeah, easy. No, no. Hey, let Papa do some loving on the baby. Let Papa do some loving on the baby. Yeah. And Terry Nichols. Yeah, pretty girl. Are you pretty girl? Mhm. Yeah. Anyways, I thought we put a new flea collar on her, and I figured she'd go absolutely nuts about it, but it didn't bother her. So she ran away for about 5 minutes, and then she come back, and then didn't bother her that much. Then she took a nappy on me for a couple hours. Pretty good. Yes, it was. She's starting to really calm down a lot. Before you couldn't hold her, when she was little, you could hold her, but before the last 4 months ago, 2 or 3 months ago, you couldn't hold her for more than a minute or so before she'd get upset. She doesn't seem to mind it too much now. Huh. Pretty girl. There's a pretty girl. There's a pretty girl. Yeah. Yeah. I seen a building at Costco, um, and I thought, if I get back into um, the hot dog business, I would buy that building um, and mount it to a trailer, mount it on a flatbed trailer. It's a plastic building, polyurethane, whatever you want to call it. I don't know what the hell you want to call it. But there's a steel tube framing on the inside that keeps it all together. So Um, our Walmart does. They don't serve food like that. Anyways, it was relatively cheap. I can't remember. Well, the price was like $1,800 or something, $1,400 for it. Um, Depends on what all you got or what all you wanted to get with it. You could customize it to different arrangements. If you wanted double door, single door, and how many windows you wanted, and all this other stuff. Pretty neat. You need an alarm clock there, Speeda. Yeah. Good morning. What you doing, baby doll? Hey, what you doing, Pumpkin Dumpkin? Yeah. I've never been to a Costco either. My daughter has a membership to Costco. Um, she keeps telling us she's gonna go. When we want to go, let her know, and we'll go with her because you got to be there with a member. So, they do, I bet. With that Plus membership, do they load it in the car for you? Do they? Huh. Well, I mean, if you got 6 or 8 cases of water, I would think they'd probably come out and help you load it or whatever. I don't know. I know. Got an ad coming up here in 50 seconds. Oh. After the ad, we'll do the Monahan Meat Market. Yeah, it's getting to the point. Hello. It's getting to the point that pretty soon at Walmart, you're going to get, when you walk in, they're going to give you an assignment. You need to go stock a shelf or something before you can check out. If they had their way, you'd be stocking shelves, sweeping floors, mopping and everything there at their own store, and cleaning the bathroom for them before you could even check your own self out. All right, it's time for the Monahan Meat Market. There you go. Pork butts, $1.59 a pound. Bone-in pork chops, $2.49 a pound. Tomahawk ribeyes, New York strip, $18.99. That is dry aged. I don't know about you, but that does not look appealing to me. Sorry. Frozen, 73%, $2.19 a pound. Frozen, 80/20, $2.99 a pound, which is fine with me. Probably going to end up getting a couple of them. Arizona, nice tubes. That's right. Good morning. Nice to see you, Arizona. Yeah, and tomahawk is all bone anyways. You're right. Um, Smithfield ham, cubed ham, $1.49. She's got to go to the store and get some of those. They were out when she went last week. So Owens, all natural sausage roll, two for $5. Pork sausage roll, How are you doing today there, Arizona? Pumpkin pie, $2. I have no idea how big they are. Probably not that big. $2 for a pumpkin pie. I'm glad you're doing good. There's a custard pie for $2. Oh, I'm doing good, I guess. Resting, relaxing, and trying to stay above the dirt line. My favorite, sweet tater pie. Yum yum. Golden West ground 80/20 beef. 1 pound package. I believe this is organic. I ain't for sure. Drive-through uncooked chicken patties, $12.99 for 5.5 pounds. It does say beef. Fully cooked cheddar cheese meatloaf patties, $7.99 for 4 pound package. They were. I've got some out there in the freezer still. They were $7.99 for a 5 pound package. Now they're $7.99 for a 4 pound package. Yeah, they're all meat. You're right. Um, those are good. I used to sell those on the cart, and I would take them, put them on the flat top, heat them up. Once I got them hot, I would actually um, excuse me, I would put them in the steamer first, and I would put ketchup in there, and they would sit in a bath of ketchup. Okay, then I would put them on the flat top when somebody ordered one, and crisp it up a little bit. Burn that sugar on the ketchup just a little, and I would sell tons of them, man. They are good. Edwards, this is for you, Junkyard. Strawberry cream pie, $4.99. Blue cheeseburgers, I bet they are. Flanders beef pâtés, $7.99 for an 8 of them. Classic. 32 ounces, so those are quarter-pound pâtés. Quarter poundas. Asian style chicken chunks. Damn, something happened. $12.99 for 5 pounds. Fully cooked breaded chicken breast patties. It says patties. I don't know. They look like chunks to me. Philly style sandwich slices, 5 pounds for $19.99. Sunny eyed chickens, you're right. Fast Pickens, Fast Fixins, chicken strips, chicken breast strips, $4.99. Country fried gravy, beef steak. I bought a package of this about a month ago. They're still out in the freezer. I'm thinking about buying a second pack. For $11.99, that's a cheap meal for us. There's enough in there to feed everybody. There's like 6 or 8 patties in there, plus the gravy. There's 2 packages of gravy in it. Let's see. Trying to see if I can get the weight on it. 3¼ pounds. No. Old Ham's Country Sausage Log. I don't know how big that is, but I'm guessing it's probably a 5-pound log. Straight cut fries, $7.99 for 5 pounds. And that concludes, that concludes the Monahan meat. Um, okay. Okay, let's see. I'm getting back to that. All right. What I was getting at is why why did Terry Nichols and Timothy McVeigh go clear to Oklahoma City to blow up the federal building there um, when he was from Terre Haute, Indiana, and that's Timothy McVeigh was from Terre Haute, Indiana, and that's I guess that's where he lived. And Terry Nichols says from Lapeer, Michigan. So um, if he yeah, I just I never understood why they would go clear that, to Oklahoma City to blow up a building when they could have blown up a federal building anyplace else closer by. That I, I don't. That just didn't make any sense either. There, So, and all along, Timothy McVeigh was saying he was a patsy. You know. So I don't know. There you go. I just, like I just didn't understand why they would travel 800 miles or whatever hell it was. They went to do that when they could have done it, you know, in their state that they were in, or could have went from Indiana to Ohio and from Lapeer, Michigan down to Ohio and did it, met in the middle. Yeah. Well, that's what it says in here about Terry Nichols. Is it was revenge for retaliation for Ruby Ridge and Waco. And that didn't make any sense either, unless you had family members that was in Waco or in Ruby Ridge. I can see you getting upset, but would it drive you to the point of wanting to kill other people for it? Just something isn't making sense. And did you guys see the video that was released the other day about the Saudi Arabian that was walking, allegedly, was walking around DC taking video and showing the the video, the various buildings there and the doors and the people there, the security guards and stuff, and then how to get from one place to another. If you were at the Washington Monument, if you looked at the Washington Monument, you'd be able to find this place and this place and this place. They found that video in one of the suspected terrorists that was killed in one of the bombings, the 9/11s. They found that video. And in that video, it says, according to your plan, is this the way you want it? All along, we were told by the Bush administration that it was Iran or Iraq or, you know, Al Qaeda. You got an ad coming up in 10 seconds. Osama bin Laden. But this states it was Saudi Arabia. No, I haven't seen Ernie Burt. Allegedly, all the terrorists actually had Saudi Arabian passports, but they didn't figure they would find any of them because of the planes exploding and they just burn up all that stuff. Well, yeah, okay. I just, boggles the mind, it does. I have to powder real quick. Sorry about that. Yeah. So all this time we were told, you know, that it was Al Qaeda and Bin Laden and all that other stuff. Yeah, like baby powder. Yeah. And I allegedly, I can either confirm or deny, but I speculate the Saudi Arabians were in on this. Allegedly. Pure speculation, but I bet I'm right. The reason why nobody said anything is because they were in their pockets. You know, as the day is long, he is. I don't know if they're going to convict him or not. You know, they might now because everybody else is getting convicted. So he pulled the trigger. If he does, they all ought to be hung. I mean, excuse me, I'm sorry. Yeah. No, you can't tell me, okay, that an armorer, okay, somebody that does this for a living, put live ammunition in a gun, okay? There's no way that a person that does this for a living put live ammunition in a gun. There is no way possible. So, the armorer, is a scapegoat. I'm pretty much believing that he thinks he's probably, allegedly, I can neither confirm or deny, but I'm pretty much believing he thinks he's above the law because he's a celebrity. And that producer, or that's right, why would they have live rounds? So they handed him the gun. And he had the gun for a long time. Did he put the bullets in it himself? Did they check the shell casings for DNA? Did they check it for fingerprints? They probably didn't because they were looking for a scapegoat. And he probably said, I never touched it. I never even pulled the trigger. Well, they took that gun and they threw it down and they slapped it against something and they hit it and all that, and it would never go off until they pulled the trigger. So, yeah, I don't know if he wanted to shoot live rounds at people or not. Maybe he wanted to kill the producer or whatever because he's pissed at him or pissed at her or whatever. Exact some revenge on him. Maybe he didn't want to kill him. Maybe he just wanted to wound him. You know, but there is no way in hell an armorer, somebody that does this for a living, is going to put a live round in a weapon. No way. Yeah, you can go off while you're if you're cocking and your finger slips. Yeah, but he'd have to cock it first, and he said he didn't do nothing. And why was he pointing it at her to begin with? Or yeah, it wasn't her, right? That got killed. Yeah. Why was he pointing it at her to begin with? No. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense. Yeah. Let's see. There was um There was John Eric Hexum. He was shot in the head, but he shot himself in the head with a blank, um, with a blank cartridge. A wad come out, hit him in the head, and killed him. That was October 1984. Brandon Lee was shot too. That's Bruce Lee's son. Um, yeah, he was shot in one of the fight scenes. Let's see. That's all that I can see that was ever um, killed with a gun on stage. So, no, he'll probably get a pardon if Joe wins. Yeah. It made his hat looser, you're right. Yeah. Hawk 2? Yeah. I knew there was a couple of people that had been killed by accidental shootings. One of them was he was an actor, died in 1984. I just had it pulled up here, but I already canceled it. Here, his name is John Eric Hexum. He was on the lead series The Voyagers and The Cover Up. Cover Up was a show that was in the 80s. And this guy was a actor, bodybuilder, fitness guy, and stuff. And he was on the set and he was bored, so he just took the gun and he put it to his head and pulled the trigger. And not thinking anything about it, uh, it killed him. So, morning, gorgeous. How are you doing this morning? Vic Morrow, he lost his head. So did the two kids. Uh, there's video of that. They had a helicopter flying inside a building, and they were doing a movie, and he was, um, I don't know if I can even pull that up or not anymore. Yep, right here it is. Um, yeah, right there. Gotta add coming up in 30 seconds. Yeah. About a minute and 40 seconds is where, on this video, is where it happens. And it's instantaneous. There you go. You have the backing of all your feet on. There you go. Can I be your vice president there, Amish? Not only will I bring brains to the operation, but I'll bring in good looks too, you know. I'm not just another pretty face, you know. Good morning, Dan. It is. I could do that, yeah. Right. Yeah, there you go. You'll never be president. That's right. No. Dr. Mom, you're right. It was, yeah. That should be good enough. It's better than Obama's, you're right. Everything's better than Obama's. Yuma, Arizona. And I'm running for president. All right, get me a cup of coffee. Uh, I'm dry. Oh. Yeah, right. Hey, Gretchen. Um, I know you said you didn't want to be president, but would you run for? Oh, yeah, I'll run. Sure. Yeah. That and Gavin. I know you said you didn't want to be president, but would you run for? Oh, sure, I will. Yeah. That's right. Before it's time to go. Hmm. Hey, ain't no sense. Like I was always told by my dad, never work on company time and never shite on your own. I'm just rubbing my knee. Don't get excited. Me too. I'm gonna move someplace where I'll be respected, like Cuba. That's right, because they're all here. Go to Venezuela. Me too. Right. Yeah. Qualifies for unemployment. Yeah. Well, I'm sure they'll give it to them. Joe's checking too. Yeah. I'm unemployed. Whatever. Have a great day yourself. It is time for me to get out of here, people. Y'all have a great day. God bless. Take care. Prayers and peace. And I will see you tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time if you're so inclined to join me. Have a great day, everybody. Yeah. Take care, everybody. Love you too, Dan.